Welcome back to Terminal Vengeance, where I cover everything Terminalist, including news, breakdowns, theories, and more. We just got a mind-blowing, literally, trailer. I'll be breaking down the trailer, and this video will have spoilers for the book, which is a must-read before the show. It opens up on Reese on a boat with Ben. He clears around from his SIG and catches it. This is the gun that says "Long live the Brotherhood" and is the same one that he uses in this picture. This location of the scene looks like where Marcus Boykin was killed. This is FBI Special Agent Tony Leone, played by J.D. Pardo. His patch says he's on a investigative task force. It looks like they set up a headquarters for the investigation near where Marcus Boykin was killed. This scene shows Reese shoot his rifle in the city. There are at least 2 of these scenes in the show, whereas in the book, I don't think he shot a rifle in the city at all. I do believe that he is shooting a Bravo Company Manufacturing or BCM AR. This scene shows the van that Reese loaded with explosives blow up. I pointed out in the last video that this van is a Chevrolet Express. In the book, he used a Mercedes Sprinter. He also parked so close to J.D. Hartley's car that he knocked the window off. Another interesting detail is that this car pulling away looks armored. I would think that the more important person would ride in this, but maybe this is why Reese will have to shoot them with a rifle. Here's a short clip of Katie Burnett being surprised by something or someone. I believe she's getting surprised by the person who was hired to kill them. This scene of Reese dragging someone looks awesome. You can see Ben Edwards in the background. I believe that they are fighting the cartel. They probably will be fighting them for a while because it is brighter in this scene. As Reese stands in the hangar watching the flags of his troop being folded, we hear news reports from the mission. The mission name is Operation Odin Sword. This is the same as the book. This could also be a callback to the book trailer where it played news reports. This is another look at the opening tunnel fight. In the Reese home, Reese is sitting down and listening to something to calm himself when he remembers a traumatic memory and it jolts him. You can see that he has been drinking a lot because there are 3 beer bottles and a container of pills. He also has papers laid out. It looks like he's trying to connect some threads on his own. Reese is holding a pistol in his hand. On their wall, they have 5 sports magazines. This investigator asks Reese to outline his mission details when it shows him in the tunnels. Reese said that the armed loyalists knew they were coming. This man in the back says that his team went silent 4 mics in. Mics means minutes. Reese said that this wasn't true. I believe that the man in the back is Agent Stubbs. At home, Lucy asks Reese if he is okay. He's wearing the same clothes as when he was in the hangar. I believe this is right after he got home. You can also see the picture of the Reese family that Lucy drew in the background. This is the drawing Reese wrote his terminal list on. Lucy also has other drawings around the room. Lauren is also with them. At home, Reese walks into her room. I just want to point out that this picture is tilted. I think this is because Reese was wobbly and knocked it. When Reese enters the room, it is a different location. During this scene, Katie talks about memory confusion. It also shows Reese next to Lauren and Lucy holding a guitar. The surroundings change and he is holding a rifle. While this happens, Lucy calls his name to snap him out of it. Reese and Lauren sit in the Land Cruiser after the funerals. She tells him they will be okay. As Ben drives Reese home, he asks Reese what happened. Reese tells him that it was a setup. This man walks into an office on the beachfront. This man looks like this guy, recently announced as Saul Agnew, played by Sean Gunn, who was in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies with Chris Pratt. This shows Reese sorting through information on a laptop, then his computer. He says that they need to act on the intel he found, and he asks Katie for names of the top people. She walks through the room that Reese pillaged. I believe this is a medical facility in the same place as these pictures. I think the FBI brought her here to change her side. She tells Reese that she will help him connect the threads. While Reese and Ben are grilling, Ben asks Reese, answers or blood? He responds, blood. This is an extended scene of Reese backing the Land Cruiser into the Dodge Charger. Reese gets out and empties a magazine into the windshield and the man behind it. Are you guys ready for my favorite detail? If you look in the mirror, Jack Carr can be seen. This is very unmistakable. In the special edition of the Terminal List, it shows him bloody and the Land Cruiser is in the background. This is in Episode 3, Consolidation. This scene shows Katie being questioned by the FBI. Special Agent Leon is wearing the same clothes that he was wearing when they went to her house. He asks her where Reese is. This looks like the beach outside, which makes me wonder if this is the same scene as the earlier office one. Here the reporters are at the FBI base of operations. A reporter says that they got a tip that the attacker, Bing Reese, was a SEAL. It shows a 60 land to let these operators off. In the book, these were fellow SEALs, and one of them was a senior chief, Freddie Strangle, who played a major role in the second book. I'd also like to point out that they didn't use a 60, they used a 47. They could have even changed this part of the story to have Rafe instead of Freddie. I do believe that these operators are SEALs still because they don't have much identification. Posse Comitatus was suspended just so they could kill Reese with SEALs. While it shows this, Ben tells Reese to lay low because a lot of people are looking for him. It looks like there will be a lot more law enforcement than the book. At the funerals, the 21-gun salute is performed. You can see Lorraine Hartley. This officer is Commander Bill Fox, played by LaMonica Garrett. This is Reese's boss. He was mentioned once in the book, but his name was Commander Cox. I made a video about his character that you should see before the show. There's a woman on his right. I believe this is Lauren Reese. On his right is Admiral Pillar. In the book, he was Admiral Pilsner. Captain Leonard Howard is on his right. It shows Reese pound his trident into the casket as he says that he has 12 men flying home in casket. Reese loads a Pelican case with weapons and extra mags. This shows Reese load a round of 300 Winchester Magnum Barnes triple shock into his Eccles Legend. Then he kills Marcus Boykin. It shows the round enter his chest in blood spray. There are at least 3 differences from the book in the scene. The car in the book was a Mercedes G550, not a Porsche Cayenne. The car was going 60 miles per hour, not 49. The bullet hit him on the bridge of his nose, not his chest. It tore through his face. Those are all small, insignificant details that won't make much difference to the story, but I think they are neat. It looks awesome as the car flips over. Here Reese is talking to someone and he says they wanted in on the fray. They are in the battlefield. It seems like this would be Ben. It shows a short clip of Fisher's Island and Reese in a car. This scene also looks like Fisher's Island. This scene shows all of the main cast members. It starts off with Chris Pratt. This scene is at the cartel fight. Next is Taylor Kitsch. It shows him on his boat. After him is Constance Wu. It shows Katie at her news agency, Vault Stream News. She's wearing the same clothes as a bunch of other scenes. Next is Jean Triplehorn. This shows Lorraine Hartley somewhere. I believe in the background is Saul Agnon. Next is Riley Keough. This is Lauren at home. After her is JD Pardo. This is Special Agent Leon, and he looks pretty mean. After him is Jay Courtney. This is Steve Horn. He was kind of a mastermind for the drug. The way he walks really shows his pride. I think that will be his downfall. While it shows him, Reese says there's evil in this world, the likes of which you can't possibly imagine. This is Liz Riley. She is tearing down the evidence on the wall. They kind of look like surveillance photos. I am wondering if they scrap the Ben Edwards betrayal for a Liz Riley betrayal. That would still be a huge twist. They could even incorporate Rafe and Senator Thornton into the story. This scene shows someone jump from the roof. I think this is Reese. This is Reese holding a pistol. It looks like he is transitioning the hand that is firing it. While Lauren and Lucy are in bed, Reese is rushing home. He tells her to get Lucy and leave. I don't think that he will make it in time, or they will leave. This change in the story to have them die while he is near would bring much more guilt. This scene is of Ben and Reese at the cartel place. You can also see another operator who I think is Boozer. This scene looks like Fisher's Island to me. Reese has someone's arm pinned with a pistol under him. Reese takes his Winkler Soyak tomahawk out of his sheath on his belt. When they are off the ground, Reese brings it up for a powerful swing. I wonder who he is fighting because Reese wouldn't have this much difficulty if the other guy wasn't skilled. This scene shows Reese blow up the van. This looks like the same location as when he was shooting his rifle earlier. This shows someone get into the car and it is being recorded. I wonder who would be recording this. These FBI agents duck probably from the explosion. This will turn out to be very interesting because Reese will have to be working around them. This scene shows Reese dragging someone with Ben in the background. This is the same scene from the beginning. Reese says, "I'm not going to tell you again. Stay off my list." I made some theories in my breakdown from yesterday about who he is talking to. In the background, you can see something hanging from the roof. This kind of looks like a punching bag. Reese looks like he's wearing a hoodie, so he could have been working out. The things on his shoulders could be from the plate carrier, and the thing that is hanging could be how Reese hangs the person in the tomahawk scene. That is all for the trailer. We do have something else from the Entertainment Tonight article. We learn of a few new cast members and that the Terminal List trailer will be playing at some movie theaters. This is a first for streaming. The Terminal List has been getting the most marketing I've seen for any show. This is really awesome. It seems like the Terminal List will be Amazon's new front show. As for the new cast members, I will make a video soon including episode names. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for some huge Terminal List giveaways. See you next time on Terminal Vengeance.